Yes, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk? Lewis, what's good, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I could get used to this feeling of just being confident going into games, but I know it's only going to get more and more difficult after the international break. That's when we're really going to know what the squad's about. How are you, bro? How are you?
I'm alright, bro. Do you know what I mean? Big up for 50K as well, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother.
Big up for
Appreciate it.
50K, man. Hard work paying off, man. And bruv, your team are delivering, bruv. Unlike mine, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things, bro. Like I just wake up every day and I'm just waiting for the communicado, blood, and it ain't arrived yet, but it's on the way. It's on the way, 100%, bro. I could feel it's on the way. I see Graham Potter on Sky News auditioning, bro. Like Pochettino was. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it looks
I've
like
heard that theory. People are like,
yeah,
yo, Ten Hag's on the ropes, and now he's pulling up to Monday Night Football and that.
bro. That's Poch done the same thing. I don't think we're in for Graham Potter, but Poch done the exact same thing. When Man United job was looking like it was available, Poch pops up on Sky Sports. Like, bro, these men know what they're doing, innit? Like, they know exactly what they're doing. And to be fair to him, he spoke really well, yeah, but no thanks. Do you know what I'm saying? No thanks.
Who,
I'm
Potter?
trying to, yeah. Bro, listen, the only way I would take Graham Potter, yeah, was if them man said to me that they're gonna give Rude the job full time. I'll be like, nah, give it to Graham. I'll rather I don't mind Reed getting it as interim, but I don't want him as full-time manager in it. So it's one of them things where if they wanted to appoint a full-time manager and it was between Potter and Reed, I'm taking Potter in it. However, I'd rather Reed just gets it on an interim basis and then we go and get a serious manager in the summer. Because I feel like it's time for us to kick on now, bro. We can't be hovering in this transitional period. Because last 3 years, that's the best you could call it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Won a few trophies, didn't improve. Like it's time to kick on now, bro. I'm tired of just being here, blood. Like there's just no improvement from year to year. We've regressed 3 seasons in a row. So I can't keep being in the situation where there's no progression, bro. So I need to see
And you wouldn't
progress.
see that with Potter because I don't know if I'm bugging. I thought we spoke about Potter in the summer, and you didn't mind him being an option to join.
No,
Or
I
am
didn't
I
mind
wrong?
Graham Potter. I don't mind Graham Potter at all, yeah. But
Mm.
but it's one of them things where I think that we can do better. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's no
Oh, you
disrespect
think
to
there's
Graham
better
Potter.
options in the market?
Bruv, it doesn't have to be on the market, bro. I'll be honest, like, fuck the market, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as off the market, bro. If somebody walks up to your family, yeah, and you're living in £1 million house and they say, yo, we'll give you 3 million, yeah, move out tomorrow, you're moving out because you know them way there.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. So there's no such thing as on the market. Like everything has a price, everyone has their price in it. And if Man United are serious, they go and they pay for a manager, bro. Like just go pay for one, like you pay for a player. Like that's the way I see it, bro. So go do that in the summer. Whether it is Inzaghi, whether it's Amarim you want, maybe it doesn't matter who it is, go pay the money in it, bro. Stop looking around for freebies, bro. Like the best things, yeah, in football are not free, blood. You have to pay money. You know what I mean? If you want the best players, you got to pay money. If you want the best managers, you got to pay money. Why do people think that you should get managers for free or you should take what's available? Take what you want. Do you get what I'm saying?
Look for the most proven option that you can get at your club. I get you. I hear it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Inzaghi, I reckon if we went to Inter at the end of the season and said, yo, how much you want for this brother? 15 million euros? Hold that. He'll come. He's got nothing to prove in Italy. If it doesn't work at Man United, he can go back and get a job like immediately, bro. Do you know what I mean? His legacy's already kind of cemented there, bro. So I think he's the manager you got to go get, bro. And when you look at the Italian managers have won the most Premier Leagues and they all do really well at Chelsea. So why not at Man United, bro? Fuck it.
No, I hear it. I hear it.
Do you
Makes a
know what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
sense. Like you might as well just go for the best. Because
You
Graham
have
Potter, like I think he would do well for you guys, but even then, it's like there's experiments, there's question marks, there's ifs, there's stuff about his game management, what his mentality's like. Definitely wasn't perfect for us. I do think we gave him a really difficult hand to work with, but he also made a couple mistakes himself. So if you're saying go for someone like Inzaghi, who's been dominating, what the fuck happened?
no idea. Yeah.
On that's the wrong camera. Boom.
Yeah.
All the time. But yeah, if you're going to go for someone who's a bit more proven and someone who's actually won league titles and consistently competed for them, I hear it. Because that's the same energy that you want to bring back to United. You lot ain't had that in like 7 years now. Like
No,
consistent.
absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what it is, yeah? For me, even if we don't bring in a manager that is like proven to win titles or something like that, that's not the end of the world for me. But they have to have a philosophy, they have to have a style of play, and they have to be good communicators, bro. That's it. Graham Potter's a good communicator. And yeah, bro, it's just one of them things where for me, yeah, I think he would be a good option, but I don't think he should be the main choice, innit? That's what it is. Like, look at what company's doing at Bayern Munich, bro. Look at what Alonso did at Leverkusen. Like, winning leagues and that, bro. That's not the be all and end all in terms of on your CV, bro. It's not. And also, just because you win leagues in a certain country, don't mean you can win them in the Prem, bro. Ten Hag won leagues, bro. And what did that get us? Do you get what I'm saying? So, brother, I don't really care. So yeah, man, I don't really give a shit, bro. I'll be completely honest. So none of that really, really, really matters. I just think that when you look at the communication, bro, you look at someone like what Kieran McKenna's doing at Ipswich. You look what Maresca's doing at Chelsea in such a short period of time. When Maresca communicates with the press, when he communicates with the players, everyone knows what he's going to do. There's no secrets. They asked my manager, oh, what's your philosophy? The guy was like, oh, well, it's complicated. Why? Do you know why is it complicated? Do you know what I'm saying? Like Andrew's philosophy is not complicated. Maresca's ain't complicated. Maresca knows who he wants to play where, what he expects from them. On the ball, off the ball. He knows that and he can explain that. Like Arne Slot can explain that. Ten Hag can't explain it, bro, because there's no fucking philosophy, bro. He's relying on these players, yeah, to win games and to win trophies. Like there was even a video that come out with, I think it's Owen Scholes and Sherwood talking about Man United's recruitment. They recruit so many different profiles of players, yeah. It makes no sense, bro. There's no philosophy, bro. Ten Hag saying he wants to play a high line. So he signs Lissandro Delete. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? And then have we seen the high line? No. There's no high line, bro. It's a lie, bruv. The whole thing's a fallacy. Like, we're signing.
I've seen a whole comp of him talking about sticking to the plan in press conferences,
Bruv,
and it just feels like one of them buzzwords to give him time. Now, because I see it happen all the time with like managers who aren't performing well or who aren't getting the team cooking. They start bringing out buzzwords like it's a process. I need time. All these sorts of adjectives to describe themselves, and it's like the football would talk. The football always talks, and like ultimately. I've said this all throughout last season on my streams. Good coaches coach. Bad coaches are going to waffle about needing time and patience and process, and they're going to make excuses. They're going to deflect to their players. They're going to throw somebody else under the bus. Ultimately, you're either good or you're not. You can even get the team cooking or you can't. And so you can say whatever you want to say. The football will speak for itself. Like, even in a results perspective, like, you could have games where you don't play, where you don't win, but you can still see the vision. You can still see that the team had a plan. It was working in some areas, it failed in some other areas, and you can work from it.
Right.
There's other times where you see a team lose and you're thinking, what are they trying to do? The positioning's a mess, the structure's a mess, and then you hear process, time. It just feels like they're insulting your intelligence, and it gets even more annoying because people drink the Kool-Aid immediately. And then that just causes infighting within the fan base.
But of course they do, bro. But bro, most of these football fans don't know nothing about football, bro. And this is why.
Oh, ain't that facts,
bro? And this is why I appreciate the space, man. Big up everyone here, because like yesterday I was breaking down with Faz about the lack of technical competence in this Man United team. And then it's funny, someone DM'd me on Instagram of a video of them showing Cole Palmer on the ball, off the ball, and how many times he scans and how he scans also while the ball's on the way and when he's always thinking. And you can do that when you got a high level of football intelligence and a high level of technical ability. A lot of Man United players do not have that. And this is exactly what I was trying to break down. when you're trying to play a certain brand of football, you need players with certain characteristics and certain strengths. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is why I didn't understand Man City signing Doku, because he's got no football IQ and he's not got the technical ability to play for Man City. He looks like a sore thumb. When you compare him to Savinho, yeah, they're both direct wingers, yeah. But bro, one of them is very, very technical, and the other one's erratic and brain dead. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can always see when a player doesn't fit somewhere. You can always see it. And the problem with Man United is we've signed so many players technically, yeah. We've signed so many players technically, yeah, that don't suit a cohesive brand of football. Like Euro, Delit, Mazraoui, Xerxes, technical. Then you bring in Ugarte. Like, where does Ugarte fit in with those 4 signings? He's not technical. He's not good on the ball. He's not composed. That signing didn't make sense. If you're trying to play possession football, the Ugarte signing wasn't needed. You go and you get the Sanderberg instead of Ugarte, bro. We seen against Spurs with 10 men, when we had Cass and Ericsson on, we looked better than when we had Bruno on with 11. So clearly, we need more technical players so we can play better football. We always look better when we have Ahmad on instead of Garnacho or Rashford. It's not a coincidence when you have more technical players that you get better football. Like, that's crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear it, but I thought for years that United needed a rebuild as well as a new manager as well.
We do
like
need a
that's come
rebuild,
down to
but
more.
we need a cohesive rebuild. There's no, bruv, Man United have been rebuilding for the last 3 seasons, bro, under Eric Ten Hag, bro, and our team is still
And you've got your
imbalanced.
whole back rooms, like staff and like the sporting directors all sorted at your club and everything, right?
Yeah, but that's only this season.
That might be
Ashraf's only
that
just
might be
come in.
what that might be what's happened then, because maybe you guys have just gone into the window a little bit naive and you've gone to just fill in certain positions without focusing more on the profiles. Because it's kind of like what we did with the first when we had the new ownership and everything too. We went in and we kind of just went for names instead of like players that would actually suit the manager. But then also we just sacked the manager immediately after the window, which was even stupider than anything else. But after that window, we brought in the sporting directors, and then we completely changed up our entire plan. And then we went and we rebuilt the team again, sold about 2/3 of the team, and brought in a completely new squad.
But you sell
I
well,
kind of feel
and you
like
have the
that's where
structure
you
to do
guys
that.
are at.
It might be, but there's no evidence to suggest that's where we are. Do you know what I'm saying? Because these guys gave Bruno more money and an extension. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously,
That's ridiculous, by the way. I don't know how we got that.
That's it. Next season, we'll push Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof out, no doubt. Ericsson will probably leave next season. Anthony probably gets pushed out next season. So you might have a point in terms of the fact that maybe we're there now, but that's no excuse for the recruitment that we've made and the kind of football we're playing right now. Because, like, for instance, if Onana, Mazraoui, Dallo, and Delit are technical, then why can't we play out from the back? Playing out from the back is a structural thing. It's something that you drill. It's something that you practice. Playing out from the back, yeah, you can only play out at the back as well as the options that are in front of you when you receive the ball as a player. Man United don't build up well because there's no structure. If you look at Brighton, the way Brighton build up, their goalkeeper steps in the middle and their centre-back split, and it almost becomes a free with the goalkeeper at the back. And then the fullbacks push on. Like, you know what they're going to do every time they do it. With Man United, there's nothing that we do consistently that tells me that these guys are being coached to play out from the back. We brought in one of the best goalkeepers in the world with his feet, yeah, and we're not using him as an extra player. Every time our keeper gets the ball, he kicks it long. Like, it makes no sense. Like, when you actually watch how Man United play out from the back, yeah, it's clearly the manager just says, "Oh yeah, just do your thing." Like, there's nothing there, bro. Like, I don't understand how people can defend Ten Hag, bro. Like, the signings that he's brought in, they should equal a certain style of football, but they don't. You look at Harry Maguire, people are saying you can't play a high line with Harry Maguire. That's false. You can't play a high line with Lissandro, blood, because he's the one that's short and slow, blood. Harry Maguire is good on the ball. Like, Harry Maguire is not amazing on the ball, but why can't you play a high line with Harry Maguire but Bayern Munich can play a flipping high line with everyone. They can play. They could play a high line with Eric Dyer.
Yeah, because
Right?
it all comes down to structure and the options around you. Like if you have legs around the Maguire, for example, then it's not that big of
Bro,
a
if
problem
Maguire
because you
had a
shouldn't be
centre
getting
back
them as
next to
exposed.
him with pace, Harry Maguire's lack of pace is not a problem because he can pass.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm
You got
saying?
someone else who can do all the running for him. Yeah, like that would be perfect.
The problem
So
is Lissandro's short and slow. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Harry Maguire's tall and slow and decent on the ball. Lissandro's good on the ball, short and slow. So he's got two, bro. Pick a struggle. He's short and slow. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the problem. That signing there don't make no sense if you want to play a high line, bro. Because when you want to play a high line, if you're saying a prerequisite for playing a high line is pace, then both of them are too slow. Both of them. Who's Man United's Mickey van der Ven is probably Lenny Euro. That's our
how long is
equivalent
he
to
still
Van
out
der Ven.
for?
Oh, he'll be back maybe in a month or so, but we're not gonna rush him. We're not gonna rush him back. We don't need to.
Yeah,
Do you know
smart.
what I mean? But
Makes
the point
sense.
is, yeah, if you look at Manchester United's profiles of defenders, centre backs, only De Ligt, yeah, and Lenny Euro are probably the right profile to play a high line because Lindelof's not quick, Maguire's not quick, Lissandro's not quick, Evans ain't quick. So if we need the perfect players to play that football, yeah, less than half of our centre backs are equipped for that. He's been here for 3 seasons, my bro. Do you get what I'm
This makes
saying?
it even crazier that he's still here.
Bro,
Like,
I'm telling
I feel
man,
like
there
for
was
your sake,
no
you're
high
just
line
hoping it's an
coming.
international break. You gotta
Bruv,
hope it's an
this international
international
break,
break
I
thing
think
and they
he's gone.
sack him.
I think he's
You
gone,
think?
bro. I think he's gone this international break. Like, I'm definitely going away this international break for a week to get some sun. I'm bringing my camera because I know that I might have to film a video, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I'm not. I weren't planning to do no work. Man's gonna go switch off, yeah. But brother, I feel like this is the one he gets sacked in, bro. So I'll make sure I got my camera there to record something, bruv, to upload, fam. I'm telling you. I'll make sure I got
Maybe
some,
because it's the only thing that would make sense. Like they
bruv. I'll
keep him
make
for
sure I
this
got
week to
some
look for another
cigars.
option.
Cigars with me, bro. We will be smoking on that 10 hog pack, bruv. You know them ones. We will.
I hear it. Nothing beats an Independence Day when you lose a terrorist. I hear
Hey,
it.
bro, it's bruv. I feel like it's this international break, innit? So it's just
I
one of
kind
them
of think
ones
so
where,
as well
yeah.
because like it fits too well. This Tottenham game should like this. It's not even like the final straw. That should have been like weeks or months ago. But I don't think he beats Porto away. I don't think he beats Villa away.
Me neither.
It's done out. That will be
Those are
3
two
losses
games
in
he
a
has
row.
to
You
win.
gotta go.
Yeah, those are games he has to win, you know.
And I don't think he's winning either of those. Like Porto's a fortress, and they're
Yeah.
very solid defensively.
Oh,
And I
very.
don't
Their
need
mid
regular
block's
attack like
nasty,
that.
bro. Yeah.
Villa, yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Mm.
And shit, he should be gone by then. Be a bit annoying because I can't lie, I'm gonna have to deal with new manager Bounce United yet again, but I'm not surprised.
Absolutely.
If he was even last to November, I would have been shocked.
That's it. Not have I heard anything about the players expecting sack, bro. I've been telling you, man. I told you guys already that a lot of players, yeah, weren't expecting the manager to be manager when they came back for preseason, and that was going to affect a lot of things. Sancho didn't expect him to be there. Do you know
Facts.
what
I
I'm
was about to
saying?
bring him up
Like,
as a perfect example because it made sense that he'd be leaving.
yeah,
And
that's why he was waiting. That's why he was waiting to see. A lot of players didn't think the manager would still be there, bro, and a lot of
that I
players didn't
still
want
don't
him to still be
understand
there.
though. These man let Sancho go for a guy that they're gonna sack in 2 months. I don't get it.
They're idiots, bro. Do you know what I mean? But also, Sancho wanted to go if the manager was going to stay because the manager left him out. The manager left him out of the squad, bro, for the first 2 games. So, of course, he's going to want to leave.
No, not from Sancho's perspective. I mean, like from United's. These bad chose to back a guy that they're going to sack in a month or two over keeping Sancho.
I get that. But then on the flip side, yeah, I don't respect Ineos for letting Sancho go. But at the same time, yeah, like, well, I would. But I mean, what do they do? Tell the manager, yo, he's staying and you have to play him. The manager will just be like, right now, I'm not playing. Do you get what I'm saying? Or sack me then. And it's like, bro, it's cheaper for them to let Sancho go, yeah, than to sack the manager. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's just all it was, bro. But me personally, I'll tell the manager, listen, he ain't going nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying? And bro, you're on trial, blood. So you man need to make it work. It's that simple. Do you know what I'm saying? But a part of me feels like Ten Hag knew he was getting sacked anyway, bro. He just wants the money, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think he just wants the money. I think that he's kind of resigned to leaving, and he's so, bruv, he's so like pig-headed and egotistical that when he does get sacked, he's gonna think it's not his fault. I can already see it. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna see all the excuses.
I won the most trophies for Manchester United in 5 years or something like that.
All of that. That's what we're gonna.
No one else except Pep won more trophies in England than me in my time there, and all this bollocks. I hear it. I see it cut. That's why, to me, like I always rate the trophy logic, but it can be a little bit flawed.
Trophy logic is flawed, bro.
Perfect example for that.
Bro, trophy logic don't mean anything, bruv. I'll be honest. It doesn't mean anything in terms of progression. Trophies are not a sign of progression, yeah, until you're challenging for the league week, year in, year out. That is when, yeah, trophy logic kicks in. Until you're, for instance, you look at Arsenal, yeah, they've been what, a top 4 team for the last 3 seasons. So now we need to look at the trophies. When they won the FA Cup, it didn't mean anything because their man finished 8th twice and 5th. So that trophy didn't mean shit. Do you get what I'm saying? It didn't mean nothing because it didn't mean that you was the best team in the country when you won the FA Cup, because you wasn't. So it's one of them ones where when you look at trophy logic, yeah, when you're a top 4 team and your team competing for the league or at least in a title race, that's when trophies mean anything. Like if you finish 8th and you win a trophy, the trophy don't mean shit. What does it mean in the grand scheme of things if you're the 8th best team in the country? That means the trophy's... What does the trophy mean? You got lucky. That's what the trophy means.
So it just don't define the season. Like, trophies should be an expectation of a big club, but I don't think for a manager's sake it's the be all and end all as to why you should keep a job, because like ultimately the league campaign tells you a lot. You can be a decent cup manager and awful in the league, and there's still going to be question marks over whether you should stay or go. And I get still trophies talk. I understand that. But again, it's not the be all and end all. A trophy doesn't completely ignore everything else that you've done in the season. I was using that argument for Poch. If he had won the Carabao Cup, I would have still wanted him gone. If he had won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, I would have still wanted him gone. I've seen enough. I've seen enough in the league. I don't need victories over Preston and Wimbledon and all these lot, Middlesbrough, to tell me, yeah, cool, keep him. No, I don't care about none of that. Win trophies, great. You're at Chelsea Football Club. That's what it should be about. Winning trophies, especially with 1 game a week. I don't mean keep him. Like I only hear that for major trophies, because like call it what it is. The FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, they're minor trophies when you're an elite club. You don't start the season thinking, if I just win the FA Cup, I'm going to be happy. No, because you want to be going for the league title. You want to be going for the Champions League. If you win the Champions League and the FA Cup, brilliant. I've done a double. If I win the FA Cup, I'll celebrate that for a day, and then I'll be like, oh shit, I finished 6th.
That's
this ain't great.
Brother, like even this comment, bro, like read what you just said. You said, yeah, there's teams that have won the Champions League that didn't finish that high in the Premier League. Brother, how do you get in the Champions League? You have to be one of the best teams in your league to get into the Champions League. So you've just literally proved my point. You can't get into the Champions League
we finished 6th and won a UCL.
Yeah, that's it. But how did you get into the Champions League in the first place? You won the Europa League, right? Or you finished in the top 4?
Finished 2nd the season before.
Well, there you go. So you finished 2nd. So that means you were one of the best teams in the league that season and you got into the tournament. So it still stands. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be one of the best teams in the country to get into that tournament. So by default.
And even then, the Champions League, that's a major trophy. So it's like, if someone wins a UCL, cool, I can hear that.
Yeah, but this is my point. But this is why I don't rate the League Cup. It's not a major trophy. # United and them man are in the League Cup. Do you know what I mean? And they're in the FA Cup too, in the early rounds. So that's why I don't rate those trophies, because anyone can join that fucking trophy. If you're on the football pyramid, you're in with a shout. Obviously, you're not going to win it, but you're
when
still
people
in
are telling me when people were telling me, "Oh, if Poch wins us the Carabao, I'll keep him for next season," I thought, "Wow, this club's really fell off a cliff." We're at a point where a Carabao Cup is saving man's job. I remember a UCL used to do that.
That's what I'm
Now
saying.
it's a Carabao Cup,
bro. This is the
boy.
point. So that's what I'm saying, bro. SC Dons and them man will be in the FA Cup in the early round. They will.
You know what? Big ups to them. But that's crazy.
They'll be in the FA Cup early rounds, and then that's it, bro. Bear these man, bro. I watch hashtag play in the FA Cup. Do you know what I'm saying? In the early rounds, bro. The point is, yeah, the top competitions, yeah, only the top teams are in it. The Premier League is the top division in English football, and the Champions League is the top division in European football. Therefore, those are the only two trophies I see as major trophies. FA Cup, don't care about it. Cool. People can try and sensationalize the FA Cup. I don't give a shit. Do you get what I'm saying? We already played too many games. Don't really care about it. The bottom line is, yeah, if you're not one of the best teams in your league, trophies don't mean anything, bro. They're not a signal of progress. It just means that maybe you had a fortunate draw, or you played against a team that didn't take it as serious as you did. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you played against an Arsenal team that rested 6 players because they didn't want the League Cup. So if you're Portsmouth or something, and you can say, "Oh yeah, that we won the FA Cup." Like, who did you play? Oh, we only played one top team, and they rested half their team. What does it mean? What does it mean? This is what I'm saying. People need to stop using trophy logic here out of context. Trophy logic only makes sense if you're Liverpool and you're competing for 4 trophies and you win 2. Then it's like, yeah, cool. We're one of the best teams in England. We won 2 trophies out of the 4 we were competing for. If you're in a relegation battle and you have a cup run and then you win a cup, what does that mean? Does that mean you're a good team? No, you're still shit. You're still getting relegated, mate. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't.
Like if your team's a mess, that's just like a good day at the end of it, or a good weekend. Like, yeah, I've won a trophy. I'm a little bit gassed. I can try and like ignore everything else that's going on, and then give it a couple days. Like, oh, great. Like when we beat you lot in the 2018 FA Cup final, I celebrated that for like an hour or two, and I was at the game, and then I just remembered, we finished 5th. I'm in the Europa League.
This is the point my man's making.
Oh boy.
What would you rather? Would you rather celebrate wins every week as a football fan, yeah, all the way through the season, or celebrate a fucking cup win, yeah, every 3 weeks or 4 weeks or every month or every 6 weeks till you get to the final? Bruv, when we won the FA Cup, man, celebrate. Bruv, I won the FA Cup, yeah, I celebrated it on the day, and then the next day it was back to, all right, cool. So is this manager getting sacked now?
Yeah,
that's
same thing. Same damn thing.
You can't enjoy that. You can't enjoy that. You're having more fun now as a Chelsea fan, winning every week and playing good football and seeing Cole Palmer score 4.
And now I want the trophy to match that. Last season we were playing like trash, and if we won the trophy, it would like numb the feeling a little bit. I'd be all right, cool, we won a trophy, but it wouldn't change nothing for me. I'd be like, cool, like if we'd got to the FA Cup final and won, walk off into the sunset. There you go. You got a trophy. Perfect. Bye-bye.
That's it.
It won't change a damn thing for me. But for a lot of others, it'll be like, oh, he's won a trophy. He deserves another shot next season. Hell no. Have we just seen everything that's happened in the league? Yeah. And like, all right, cool, because we won a couple of games and won the FA Cup. It ignores everything. I get it. Like, football is about winning trophies, but like, you also got to be good at structuring a team up. You got to be good with your game management. You got to be good in terms of your set piece structure. You got to be good in terms of the way you motivate your team. And if you can't get none of that done, but you've managed to get a cup, you might be a cup manager, but you're not a good manager.
But there you go. And this is the point. The fact that you can scumbag one-off games here, that doesn't make you a good manager. A good manager is what can you do week in, week out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the consistency is how you build your legacy as a manager. That's how you build your legacy. The reason why people respect Pep is because they're like, I think he averages winning like 2 trophies a season or something like that his whole career. Do you know what I'm saying? And when man start building up records like that, this is when people start to put respect on your name. And this is it.
And Pep is a different level. He's had like 3 seasons where he's not won the league in his whole career, I think.
But this is what I'm
Something
saying.
like that.
These are the kind of reasons why people talk about him being the GOAT. Same with Jose. When they say that, right, like he wins stuff everywhere he goes. That's why he has the reputation that he has, because everywhere he goes, he wins trophies. That's what these men say, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Even at Roma, man went there, won a trophy. Do you know what I mean? He won the first ever Conference League. Like, the reason why he's got the reputation he's got is because he wins consistently. Consistently being the word. So if you're a manager and you don't win consistently, win games consistently in a consistently good style, then scumbagging 2 trophies, yeah, in 2 seasons, playing awful football and spending loads of money, it's even more damning, yeah, on a manager like Ten Hag, bro. And the arrogance that he has as well is crazy.
I hear that. I listened to a few of his press conferences. I think, raw, you don't have to deal with this crap every week. The excuses and just the repetitive nature of his press conferences are the worst. I even saw a journalist try to stick it on him a few weeks ago. He was trying to explain everything that was going on with Manchester United, and he was like spending a whole minute explaining in detail everything that's wrong with United's structure and like the way you've been handling the last couple games. And all he said was, "I've won 2 trophies. I don't know what to tell you. I've won 2 trophies." I'm like, this guy is a dickhead. I swear.
Of course. But bro,
I'm not even a Chelsea fan, and I'm getting angry listening.
Yeah, but
to
bro,
this
like
garbage.
that's the only thing he can say. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing he can say, bro. And this is when you know that man are lost when they can't even do these things. Like even this, bro. I'll be real. Like man was talking about he reacted to Saeed, yeah, bro. This brother was in the Man United.
Oh wait, is he Ten Hag in?
Bruv, he's not Ten Hag in, yeah. He's his own back pocket in, bro. That's what he's in, bro. This guy was in the Man United advert. For the Adidas, for the new tracksuit and the kits. So do you think he's gonna come out and not kiss the manager's ass, bro? Do you know what I mean? These men are in it. These men are in it for themselves, bro. A lot of these so-called influencers are in it for themselves, bro. Anyone defending this manager ain't thinking logically, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of these men have ulterior motives. They're trying to keep relationships alive. They're trying to keep things happy, bro. This is just what it is, bro. Because as soon as I got too much traction, that was it for me and the football club. And I never wanted relationships with the football club in the first place. You know,
I'm
like
with
that.
you as well, man.
Like,
I'm too opinionated to ever have it anyway.
But
so
this is it. But at the beginning, bro, like I used to get free football shirts, all these other things. They used to send me the football shirts and stuff like that because obviously my profile was big. But as soon as I started calling them out on their bullshit, they stopped coming, which is completely fine. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is completely fine because I make enough money. I can buy my own if I want them, bro. If them man seen, I got the full tracksuit and I got all the kits and I paid for it with my own money. It's fine. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather keep my dignity than get free fucking football kits.
Trust.
Do you get what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm more than happy to spend my own money. I'll work hard. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy to buy my own shit.
It says a lot though if you're more interested in being involved in like the club's adverts and that than instead of actually just speaking out about the truth of it. That's why, like, even again going back to last season, it got to a point where if you're still backing the manager, I don't respect you.
Yeah,
and I feel like you've been at that position for months.
Oh,
and
I don't
get that
respect
as well.
people. But bro, I don't respect most people in this space. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, yeah, like, the only problem with the internet and social media is in life, yeah, historically, most people don't deserve a big platform because most people are morons. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in the history of the world, yeah, there are a few great people and a lot of dickheads. Do you know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, the majority of people that have microphones now are dickheads. This is just what it is. I mean, and the thing is, yeah, the majority will always side with the majority. That's why the majority of people that have big platforms are dickheads, bro, because the majority of people are dickheads. So it stands to reason.
They try to follow the narrative with the majority. Yeah.
So it stands to reason that the majority are going to follow the majority, the people with a majority mindset. Do you see what I'm saying?
And a
So the
man like us, we
majority
get
of
called toxic and negative for
that's
calling this
it,
crap out early in
and
advance.
we
You
have
know,
smaller
everyone's saying the
following.
same thing now. I've been saying 6, 7 months ago. I hear it.
But this is the thing, though. So we will always have the smaller followings. It will always be harder for us to grow because the majority of people are morons. When you're growing slowly, it's always evidence that you're on the right side. Slowly and consistently. This is how you want to grow, innit? This is how you want to go. Because if I done the toxic positive Man United stuff, I could have 500,000 followers. No problem. Do you know what I'm saying? But I would feel sick reading my comment section. I wouldn't be able to interact, with my group chat. There's a reason why that moron Goldfish, is always arguing with the people in his chat, because he created a community of morons. And he is a moron, but he's created a community full of morons. So now all these morons are fighting each other. I've got a very peaceful community over here. Do you know what I mean?
Trust,
Everyone
same
has
on
their
my thing. Shout out to
everyone
my
has their
community as
debates.
well.
Everyone has their debates in the chat. People don't always agree with each other, and we have respectful conversations and whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying? Them man just a bunch of mutants arguing with each other. Do you know what I'm saying?
All it comes down to is like if you're following narratives, eventually you're gonna lose your consistency. That's why like I've seen like the last couple of weeks with Chelsea, managers getting cooked left, right, and center because they've been caught flip-flopping over Clearlake and they've been caught flip-flopping over their opinions on Maresca and Pochettino. Me, I got ripped last season because I blamed everything on Pochettino. Talk about the real problems, talk about Clearlake and everything.
Yeah.
I did. What was the problem? The manager identification. Nothing else. Nothing
I
else.
think
They,
you
they
lot have
told
been
me
doing
that
well,
I was
though.
the one bought out for that one. And
Bro, when
guess
I
what?
see the
We're
picture
here
of
a couple months
Igbali,
down the line.
you see the picture of Igbali taunting the fans. What team was that? Was that against Brighton?
Yeah, that was Brighton.
That shit there, bro. I rate that. You know them ones. If that's your owners, you're doing all right. You know them ones. I'll be real. Like when I saw the pictures of my man, he is giving it to them. I was thinking, this guy's a madman, you know.
These men are like, oh, the Clearlake are trying to turn us into Brighton and all of this crap. No, these men have torn apart a dead Chelsea team that you all wanted to keep that finished 12th, all because we won a UCL the season afterwards. They've rebuilt it pretty well. Not perfect. There's still some areas that they need to improve. Their only problem was the manager. Literally the manager. I've said it so many times. 4th and a Carabao was ours last season. The fact that we even got 5 points off it, despite being 11th in April, just shows you exactly where we could have been if we just did well against the bottom 5. Not even the top teams, just the bottom 5 in the league. We would have been clear of 4th place. But no, it's because Clearlake brought this dead squad full of a bunch of players that nobody knows about. And if you don't call it out, you're bought out. And now everybody is getting caught because they've been flip-flopping on the squad. They've been flip-flopping on the owner. They've been flip-flopping on Maresca within months. The amount of crap that I saw coming out after we lost to Manchester City on the first day. Man City, the
But
four pieces,
the
and the amount of
beauty of
panicking I saw. It was
the
driving me
beauty of that
nuts.
shit, yeah. After the Man City game, I sat there and I was like, yo, Chelsea are good, you know. I was like, Chelsea are good.
You
This was a
saw
good
it, thank
performance.
God.
Bro, these men will tell you. As soon as I saw the game, I was like, yo, Chelsea were better than them, you know. Like, if Chelsea play like that every week, they're gonna win most of their games. They're not gonna play Man City every week. Those are my words.
Meanwhile, at Stamford Bridge, they were booing it. They were booing the football after 20 minutes and chanting for Conor Gallagher.
But this is what I'm saying. Remember, I think that they were whistling or something at your manager, and your manager was like,
They were whistling because we're very slow at playing out the back, which I mean was part of the tactics at the time.
yeah, but
and
bro,
everything.
listen, no, bro, it's the first game of the season, bro. They man need to shut up. And this
Exactly.
is the example, yeah. This is the example of football fans not wanting players and the manager to do well because their guy left. That's what that is. Like we saw it with when Lampard got sacked. Them man didn't want
Servette at home, right?
They didn't
Servette
want him to do well.
Every time Dewsbury Hall lost the ball against Servette, they were doing Gallagher chants. Every single time he lost the ball. And now these are the same man talking about, I'm enjoying watching Chelsea now. This is the most fun I've had watching a club in years and all this crap. Where were you a couple weeks ago? Talking about, oh, I feel disconnected from Chelsea. I've never felt more disconnected from the club in my life. All because we lost to Man City in our first game.
It's crazy.
Like, do you know how nuts that is? Like, if this was any other team, I might just listen to it a little bit more. Because it's not the four Peters. It's not the champions of England, not the champions of the world, not the ex-UCL winners. But we lost 2-0 in pretty decent fashion to them. Yeah. And these men were panicking, and I'm thinking, where the hell were you lot last season? Because when we lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, you lot didn't say a word. When we lost 2-0 at home to Brentford, you lot didn't say a word. When we made Sheffield United look like Manchester City, you didn't say a word. You lot didn't find standards the whole of last season under the worst manager I've seen in my lifetime. And then in match day 1 against Man City, you want to start talking. Like, I despise certain sections of this fan base because all of this was about keeping Maurizio Pochettino. And now they're all like, why'd you keep talking about Poch? Why'd you keep... I'm not letting you forget. I'm not letting you forget. Survive Poch is going to be on my handle until we either win the league or Maresca gets sacked. One or the other. Because I'm not forgetting that you lot wanted to keep the worst manager I have ever seen at this club. All because of a run of 5 games. And you're trying to turn on this manager and find standards in pre-season. I see man talking about, oh, we've conceded this many goals in 7 games. And they're adding the pre-season matches. They're adding the pre-season matches. These are the agendas that we're talking about. Cool. You better hope we're shit this season. Otherwise, I'm going to be fucking unbearable. Because every single one of you did not want this. You lot wanted Maurizio Pochettino. You lot wanted 18 injuries per game. Enzo playing second striker, pressing the goalkeeper and getting 20 touches in a match. You wanted Caicedo defending 60 yards by himself and Gallagher running around just giving away 11 fouls a game. This is what you wanted. So cool, don't talk to me about how good we're playing afterwards. I'm going to keep telling you that you wanted Poch. Because I remember all this shit and I got cooked just because I didn't want that. Just because you're an agenda merchant because you don't want to keep Poch after 5 games. 3 weeks before that 5-game run, we lost 5-0 at the Emirates. That's a bigger sackable offence than everything else he did in the 8 months before that fact. And you lot ignored it because we beat Tottenham and West Ham at home. You want to talk about this isn't Chelsea anymore. You don't let it be Chelsea anymore. You chose to let it be something different because you dropped the standards because Maurizio Pochettino walked in through the door. Cool. I will remind everyone. So we never get in that situation again. I will remind everybody where your standards took us and where you wanted the standards to take us. And thank God Maresca's at least starting well. Thank God he's at least but I know as soon as he gets his first bad run of form, he's going to lose sections of Stamford Bridge. Because these men can't take slow possession-based football.
I don't know where the bad run of form is coming. Like, I don't think it'll be a form thing. You mean he might have a bad run of results or a shaky run of results, but bro, the football, you've got so much, you've got so many options. It's like, cool, if this ain't working, just put him in, just put him there, just put him there. Like, it's spooky, the options that you have. Do you know what I'm saying? It's very, very spooky, man.
You know what they were saying? Stop buying players. We're buying all these players for no reason.
Man was saying that you lot didn't need Sancho before. When you were linked with Sancho, man was saying you didn't need him. So what you was going to play Mudryk there?
Exactly. It's like, with Sancho, look, if you want to talk to me about the squad building, you know what I was saying? Oh, he's a good player. I get it. I don't know what we're going to do with Mudryk afterwards.
That's not your problem.
Yeah, these are good issues. Oh no. Like, we have numerous options. What a problem. Like, even when we got the Omrodi on, here we go, and I'm thinking, why is this the striker that we're going for? I'm not even ripping him too much, because it's like, let me see what you're like on the pitch. Because it's too easy for people to just try and write players off before they've even kicked the ball for you lot. Then they'll go and play football, they'll look decent, and you look like an idiot because you weren't with him from the start. For me, it's like, I am observing. I said the whole summer, I am just observing our activity. and then I'll see what we're like next season. If we're a mess, they can't say nothing. This is your squad. We're not. But people wanted to write it all off on the start. Oh, we're stockpiling on all these players. Oh, we've disrespected the likes of Conor Gallagher, the likes of Mason Mount. Huh? They're crap. They're crap and we got rid of them. The fact that they wanted to give Havertz, they wanted to lower Havertz's wages, and that was the only way they were going to keep him. Same thing with Mount. Gallagher, they were only going to give him a 2-year extension because they didn't rate them. It's because they're garbage. But for us, oh, they won us the Champions League and all of that crap. No, it's the defense. It's a defense that the old regime didn't re-sign because they wanted to give big contracts to our dead forwards like Lukaku, like Timo Werner. These were the man that got the big money. Not the Rudigers, not the Christensens, not the guys that actually were consistent for us every week. But again, they don't want to talk about that. Why did we finish
your recruitment? Where did they come from?
The old regime,
guys.
Say that again.
Where are your recruitment guys from? Where did they come from?
I think Brighton and Southampton. Joe Shields was from Southampton, but he was also from the City Academy. When Stanley was from Brighton, I'm not too sure where Stuart was. I think he was Brighton as well.
Fuck.
Oh, he might have been Monaco.
Yeah, bro. Wherever the fuck they were from, bruv. You lot hit the jackpot, mate. I'll be honest. Your recruitment's been crazy.
These man got so much crap for the first 2 years, and the only problem was the manager identification. It wasn't anything else. These men want to talk about the players that we're bringing in. No one was talking in the Roman era when, respectfully, our windows were garbage for the last 5 years. Why did we finish 12th? It wasn't just because of Todd Bowley. I've been trying to tell people for months. Even if Roman was there in 22-23, we're having a terrible season. That season was a write-off regardless of who owned it, regardless of who managed it, because that squad was garbage. That is the end product of 5 years of crappy transfer windows where you haven't strengthened the team. People talk about, oh, but you won the UCL in that time. That's why Tuchel deserves a statue at this football club. His 10 points that season saved us from relegation. This man got us a UCL, a Club World Cup, and saved us from relegation with rubbed out Chelsea teams. That's it. It was a 9th place team when he joined. And he got a structure and a system that was so solid, he won us a UCL. And people are trying to act like it was the brilliant attack and everything. No. We had a good defense, a decent midfield, and that was it. That was it. Tuchel deserves a statue for what he brought to the club because no one else would have done that. Even that window was looking a little bit iffy the more we look back here. Ben Chilwell. Like, the only good one there was Thiago Silva and Mendy. We spent 50 million on Timo Werner and 72 million on Havertz. And they're both trash. Probably the best window around that period was the transfer ban. When you think about it. Because we didn't have to buy anyone. We just kept Kovacic and that was it. But no one will talk about that because trophies. This is where the trophy logic is a little bit flawed. I could see that we were winning trophies. I could also see we're not strengthening. Every year I'm thinking we're not winning the league. Every year I'm thinking it's a top 4 battle and we'll go for a trophy because we haven't strengthened. We went like 3-4 years without buying a midfielder. The best we did was Saul on loan and he was trash. The attack never got better. It always got worse. I
remember that, Saul. Bro, that was an awful signing. I remember how much he struggled.
Yeah, like this guy was looking like Bakayoko the first few weeks. Like, I felt terrible for him. But even then, he was a panic move because we didn't go and get a midfielder earlier. We decided we're going to rely on the midfielders that we have. And then Kovacic, Kante, and Loftus-Cheek would get injured like they always do every season. And we'd just be struggling in the midfield. And then we'd never strengthen. The attack, we always bought bums. Every single time, it was just a bum that never worked for us. Goalkeepers, they're all, well, barred Mendy for 1 year. We just bought bums repeatedly. But everyone's talking about, oh, I miss the Roman era and everything. I miss it for the trophies. But I could tell the last 5 years we weren't strengthening. Yeah, and it was annoying. From our last, not even that, from 2015, not even our last league title, the league title before, I can count on one hand the good summer transfer windows that we had in the Roman era. And it's like 3, if even that. But people want to talk about, oh, these lot have ripped our team apart. Our team was low-key dropping off anyway. That rebuild was coming regardless, be it under Roman, be it under anybody else. So I'm glad that they built it up the way that we did, because I'm only worried about goalkeeper now. Centre-backs, I even think the centre-backs are going to develop and they're going to get better. Fofana's going to start to tune up a bit more. Levi Colwell's already starting to look in a little bit of form. It's just the goalkeeper. All that with a 2-year rebuild. Brilliant work. Brilliant work. And we could have been top 4 with a Carabao in the Champions League if we had just not brought in Poch. That's the only issue.
Bro, nothing but facts, bro. And that's what I mean. All the Chelsea fans in the chat are agreeing with you as well, bro. I can't disagree.
Shout
But
out to them.
the problem is the majority of your fan base, like, they're not gonna see the picture, bro. Do you know what I mean? These men are just gonna want what they want in it, and what they want is not gonna bring success, bro. A lot of people want success, but they don't understand what it takes to achieve it. Do you know what I mean? These things don't happen by accident. And that's why when I look at Manchester United as well, the reason why I can see that we're not close to being good with this manager and we can never be good with this manager is because there's simple ingredients that he lacks, bro. When you can't even identify who your best players are and what their best qualities are as a coach, you're a terrible coach, because that's fundamental things. Like, I'm so confused as how he got to the point where he was managing in elite football. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because he lacks basic understanding of the game. I don't understand how he got there. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's information out there that would fully help me understand maybe more. Do you know what I'm saying? How we got there. But in terms of football, yeah, he lacks literacy, bro. He lacks literacy of the game of football. I can't understand how he's there. Forget his communication. Just his understanding of football in general is poor, bro. Like, he's the worst manager I've ever seen in my life. You know, when man look at certain managers and they say, yo, he ain't got a clue, bro. He's got less than a clue, bro. Like, his thing is crazy to me. Like, you could give him 10 footballers and he couldn't tell you one thing any of them do well. And this is the guy that's picking teams every week.
Do you
Do you know
think
what I mean?
he could have just got worse at it in time?
You can't get worse, bro. You can't get worse. I'll be honest, yeah. It's like,
oh, not again.
if you look at a player, yeah. If you look at a player and you think a player is a certain player and they're not a player, this guy thought Sabitzer was a number 6. This guy thought Sabitzer was a number 6. Sabitzer, bro. Sabitzer was the number 9 for his country. He plays up front. I've seen he plays on the left for Dortmund sometimes in the false 9. I've seen him play in the 9. I've seen him play in the 10. This bro was playing Sabitzer in the 6. Like this, bro, someone like him, he needs help, bro. Like, he needs real help. Like, he doesn't understand the game of football, not even a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? And how the fuck he got past an interviewing process against multiple managers to get the job at Man United? It shows that Man United Football Club is an absolute disgrace, because how the fuck was this the guy that you chose? He's so bad that you need to look at Man United and think that these men were smoking crystal meth, yeah, at Manchester United for him to get through all the interviewing processes, because you know it wasn't one interview, bro. It's Manchester United. So for him to get through multiple interviewing processes and for him to get the job, I can't lie, everyone needs to get sacked that was involved in him coming in. And then him.
I hear it. Someone's got to go for the appointment because of how much he's held you back.
Bro,
I was saying the same thing again with our club, because the manager identification is like, it means a lot more than people really understand. You talk about the squad and everything, like, football's become a lot more structurally based. So if the manager ain't good enough, you're done out. It's as simple as that. Like, good coaches coach. I repeat this so many times, because where one manager will waffle about excuses, another manager will walk in with a system and just get them cooking. And you'll actually see a little bit of a vision, because that's what the sport's about now. It's about the system. If the manager can't get the system cooking, yeah, you're not a good manager. Simple as that.
100%. And that's just what it is, bro. You have to have some adaptability. Do you know what I'm saying? As a coach, like, you can have your you can have your way of playing and all these other things, but bro, like your bread and butter as a coach is identifying players' strengths and weaknesses and playing them in positions where their weaknesses don't get exposed and where their strengths can be amplified. That's literally the basic level of coaching, even without knowing fancy formations and tactics. Just pick your best players and play them in the best positions. That's all you need to do at the very, very base level, bro. Like, it's not hard to be a Man United manager when it comes to picking teams, bro, because they have some good players. All you got to do is put them out on the pitch. And most of the time, they've got better players than the other team. They'll go and win. It's not rocket science. Like, Chelsea came up against a good Brighton team. Could have put 9 past Brighton. It wasn't because the system. It's because your players are way better than Brighton's players. And they showed it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the system, when Cole Palmer slapped that free kick in the top corner, it didn't have nothing to do with the system.
No, but even then, it's like they clearly knew what to do against that Brighton team because we were building up play insanely quick. We were catching them out with their high line. And
yeah, but the manager said that they surprised you tactically and you still put 4 past them. The manager said that he changed things at half time in his interview. He said that Brighton surprised us by how they set up. Like,
but here's the thing: all of this,
them. Like, that's
all of this is stuff that we weren't doing last season. Even in terms of players, like the players look a lot more street smarter than they did last season. The players look a lot more independent than they did last season. And it's all because they're still getting instructions. Pre-game, they would have got instructions. At halftime, they're getting instructions. Right. I've seen other managers say it's hard to predict what Chelsea are doing because they changed their structure so much. They'll change it 2, 3, 4 times in the game. And like, this is the example of good coaching. Pochettino is just run, keep running. Barbecue Sunday, yes, and all of that crap. That's all it was.
Yeah,
that's all it was with him. And like, that's what I mean by night and day difference. Good coaches coach and you see the improvement in players. Jackson's been improving again this season. Levi Colwell's been improving. Robert Sanchez, this game aside, no worries. Sanchez, this game aside, there's been improvement. No one was like, you take the Brighton game away, people were saying he's actually turned the corner this season. Could argue he's been one of our better players before that match. Enzo Fernandez improved. Who else? Noni. He improved start. I feel like he started to fall off a little. Well, not even fall off a little bit, but he has his end products dropped a little bit. But I've seen an improvement in Noni from last season. So many players have improved already. And that's what a good coach does. Simple as. Simple as. I said Mudryk. Mudryk barely plays. We don't count Mudryk. Like, I'm not even worried too much about him. Caicedo's Caicedo. I don't even think like he's improved too much. Like, he was showing this level last season. It just wasn't as easy to clock because our midfield structure was a mess. But Caicedo was still doing Caicedo things. A lot of the other players, though, I've seen improvement throughout this season already. And that's what good coaches do.
100%. Yeah, I'm saying he allows the players to play to their strengths and he gets the best out of them. Yeah, Cole looks better this season. Playing a style of football that he's more comfortable with, and also his strengths are shown.
He's been indirecting Poch a lot this last week as well. You could tell he was done with playing left back the whole of last season, and it was annoying me that people were ripping him off as a scrub and everything. I was like, we're playing him literally out of position. What is the point? I can't judge this man when he's playing left back. Same way this season with Disasi. I can't rip Disasi when we've played him at right back all season. He ain't no right back. He'll get done in transition by anybody. What's the point? So, yeah, that's my whole thing. Like, we've clearly been improving this season, and that is a testament to what the manager's already done because we weren't seeing this last season. Even towards the end, when we turned things around, all he did was invert a left back. And it weren't even like this. It was some breakthrough idea that he'd been working on for weeks. No, we were 2-0 down away at Aston Villa. We had a bench full of NPCs because of his crappy training regimes that injured about 15 players. We literally had, what's his name? Teddy Kurd, the goalkeeper we loaned out to #United on the bench because that's how bad that injury crisis was. And he chose to invert a left back and we looked good in the second half. That's it. And people acting like we turned the corner and that's a reason to keep him the job. All he did was invert a left back. He didn't do anything else. We're acting like he's got some breakthrough new system. We didn't even look good. We conceded 51 shots in our last 3 games. The only problem was Brighton. We managed to hold on down to 10 men. Bournemouth, Solanke missed a ton of chances in the second half. And Nottingham Forest, we literally got by just off our bench. It was only good substitutions that won us the game and nothing else. Nothing else. But that was the reason to give him time. Our fan base is an embarrassment. I want to talk about Clearlaker and embarrassment to Chelsea. This fan base is an embarrassment to Chelsea because it's that easy for you to flip-flop and to change your opinions. The same thing we mocked 2020 Arsenal for. I was saying this fan base was replicating it the whole of last season. And now they want to talk about, I feel like we've got our Chelsea back. I don't think so just yet. I don't think so. I'm waiting for us to start dropping some points and we'll see. Because you lot will start turning again. And when you lot start turning again, we will be there. We will be there. That's the whole reason why I started Carefree Reacts, just so I have an entire show dedicated to cooking you for your dumb takes. So, we will be there.
You're killing me, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, now you're vindicated that your team's actually playing well. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you're seeing what a lot of people's true colors. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the way you're playing and the results you're getting, there's no reason for people to still be chatting shit. So if they're chatting shit now, then you know it's an agenda, bro. You know
there's only a certain percentage that still are. The rest are just keeping quiet and waiting for form to drop, and then the toxic negative lot are going to come back out again. For me, it's more just catching everyone who's flip-flopping. The same man who said, I feel disconnected after a loss to Manchester City. I don't want to see you celebrating Palmer's hat-trick. Don't talk to me about, oh, happy Sunday. We just beat West Ham.
Yeah, they're connected again, bro.
Yeah, I wonder why, because victories. But then when you talk about, but then these are the same fans that are going to look at fans that are that aren't local and don't go to games regularly and say, you're not proper, Chelsea. Your opinion don't mean as much as ours. You don't put the money into the club. You don't wake up at 6 a.m. to travel to Burnley or something for an away day and all this crap. But those fans, the ones that don't go to games, I swear, they're the ones who actually were giving everything a little bit of time. It's the match-going fans, the same ones that look down on all those other fans and call them glory hunters and everything, that are turning against the manager immediately because we're not winning games. But guess what? We win a trophy or something, you'll turn around, won't you? And you'll be the same glory hunters that you've been cussing out the fans worldwide for being.
Bro, but
that's why I can't listen to these, man. They're waffling.
Fans were singing here when we were 3-0 down. So, do you know what I mean? I don't know which one's worse, my bro. I'll be honest, we're 3-0 down against Spurs, and these men are singing and clapping the players, bro, when they should have been throwing grenades at them. So, do you know what I mean? It's just,
it's embarrassing, bruv. That's why last season I stopped going to games for a long period. I'm like, yo, you man want to sit here and back Poch and waffle about everything else? Cool, I'm out. Bun this. I ain't wasting my time. I ain't wasting my money. I'm going to just stream and watch Chelsea. Bun that. Why am I traveling around spending hundreds to watch Maurizio Pochettino struggle to beat a Middlesbrough C team with 16 injuries? I'm good.
Yeah, nuts.
I'm good. You can forget that. And then to waffle about, oh, Caicedo said they're a difficult team and he lost to them when he played against them with Brighton. Brighton won 5-1, you waffler. The last time Brighton have lost to Middlesbrough, Caicedo weren't even a pro footballer. And this is the man you want to stand there and back. Everybody's showing their arse over the last year. And I'm here to make sure people don't forget. You man wanted to keep Pochettino and you man wanted to waffle about standards and say a championship manager isn't good enough. But when super duper Frankie Lampard came in, who didn't even win the championship, who lost the playoff final, you lot were willing to stand by him because, oh, he's a legend. He's a legend of the club. I'd rather be relegated with Super Frank than win with somebody else. You're dickheads.
Yeah.
You're dickheads.
100%, bro.
You man pick and choose when to have standards and when you want it to be Chelsea. But you want to talk about we're the ones that want the best for this football club. We're the ones that put the money down for this football club. No, you're not. You lot just want the best story possible. Be it win with Super Frank because you're winning it with a legend, or win with Pochettino because you're winning a trophy with a Tottenham manager and he didn't win anything with Tottenham. In reality, you're not thinking about what's best for this football club. You're thinking about what's best for you in terms of banter material and everything.
Bro, this just sounds like Man United fans as well, bro. It just comes down, it's these Brexit fans, innit, bro? It's all the same, bro. They got the same story, innit, bro? You know what I mean? And this is what it is, bro. It's the same thing, bro. It's a culture thing. It's a culture thing, bro. That's all it comes down to. I'm sure every fan base has got their Brexit portion of fan base that just want.
Oh, we got way more than our fair share.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But they want their legend to manage the club. Do you know what I'm saying? And they want to win ugly, or they don't mind if they lose if everyone gives 100% and that, bro. These man can get fucked, innit? Like this is just what it is.
That's why I thank God that the whole Lampard scenario fell off during lockdown. Like, we talk about toxicity. That those last few weeks under Lampard the first time, if there was fans, we would have been 3-0 down to Man City and they'd be trying Super Frankie Lampard. We would have been 3-0 down away at Arsenal, they'd be chanting Super Frankie Lampard. Like, and that would have been scary. Like, I thought the Sarri era was toxic. If there was fans for the Lampard era, that would have been the definition of toxicity. Because there were genuinely guys who would have rather have got relegated with Lampard than sacked him and win with someone else. When Tuchel joined, there were men calling him Tottenham Tommy. Because, like, when he was at Dortmund, there was he had an interview before, I think, a cup game with Spurs. And he said that Tottenham were his favourite English team because I think he played as them on FIFA once. And, like, he just liked the club and all of that. And they're like, I don't want this Tottenham manager at our club.
Crazy.
2 years later, suddenly we want Tottenham managers. And, like, he's the most Tottenham manager going. I tried to ignore the fact that he was ex-Spurs. I didn't care when he first joined us. Then as soon as he said we had to protect the point against a winless Bournemouth team at away, while we just lost our last 2 matches in a row, I thought, yeah, you know what? We've made a big mistake. We've made a big mistake. And it only took me 5 games to get to that point. Everybody else, give him time. Give him time. You just hate him because he's Tottenham. You lot were hating on Tuchel because he said one positive thing about Tottenham. Poch had Spurs away coming up and was talking about how he might cry when he walks into the ground. He might cry. The Chelsea manager crying because he's in Tottenham. And this is the man you want to stand by.
No, I hear it.
And embarrassing. I swear.
Bro, listen, I share the sentiment of frustration when it comes to that portion of the fan base. I'm glad to know it's not just United that's got those morons. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought the Roman era, like, just got rid of any notion of that being a problem. No, it just masked it with a ton of trophies. These men got the same weak mentality that they've been cussing Arsenal and Spurs for having for years. And last season showed me a lot about where this fan base really is at. And, like, I can't trust them. I'll stay on my side with my community and my people because at least they're realists. Like, I wasn't even the first one to call out Poch. It was one of my panelists. Shout out to Jimmy. He called it out from match day 2. And he was like, this ain't it. This is not it. And I didn't think it at the time, but, like, I also ain't going to just write you off as negative. I'll be like, you know what? Let me give it a couple games. I'm a listening. I saw us lose to Forest, make League 2 Wimbledon look like Liverpool, and then struggle to beat a winless Bournemouth team. We had to defend. We had to protect the point. So, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Jimmy's probably cooking still. He's probably cooking. The more games I see, I'm like, yeah, get him out. Get him out. Get him out right now. I don't care if it's a couple months and everything. He's a scrub. So shout out to my community and everything. And that's why, like, same thing to you guys. You guys keep it real. I even learn a lot from you, man, as well. Because if I'm chatting to other man, they'll be like, just give him time. Give him time. What reason? Time. Because he said he needs it. When a manager says they need time, like 9 times out of 10, that ain't a great thing.
Nah, not at all. Hey, bro, Chilwell left wing. Hey, guys, listen. Right, we'll end up going down a rabbit hole, blood. That's crazy. When you see certain things like that, I think didn't Lampard play Conor Gallagher like false 9 or something? I swear I saw Gallagher play up front for you lot, blood.
That might have been a Poch thing. That might have been a Poch thing.
Was that Poch, bruv? I remember seeing Gallagher play up front for you lot, blood. I swear.
Bro, he played
it was
Chilwell
Lampard,
left wing and Colwill left back.
against Madrid.
How
bro.
does that make sense?
Oh,
yeah, it was a Gallagher and Havertz front three. That was it.
Brother, listen, bruv. Oh, it was Poch. Hey, that's crazy. No.
It was the Madrid game. It was Lampard against Madrid. It was Gallagher and Havertz.
Yeah, see,
we were 2-0 down on aggregate, and he had a Gallagher and Havertz front two to try and take down Madrid. Like, I was losing my head. I thought this is the worst lineup I had ever seen from a Chelsea manager. And then you know what he did? Next week against Brentford, I think we had a front three of Gallagher, Kante, and who was the other one? Let me find that, because that front three was even worse. Yeah. It was Kante, Gallagher, and somebody else in the front three. Who was it?
This is insane.
Chat, do you lot remember? Sterling, Sterling, Kante, Gallagher. That was our front three
as well. Run up the lights, people, man. We got 1,800 in here. We need at least 800 lights, bruv. And we're about to redirect as well over to League Ghana. That's a nasty front three.
That was in back-to-back weeks. Like, I remember I was Graham Potter out simply because of the results at the time. If I knew what was coming for the next 18 months before Maresca joined, I would have never been Potter out. Never. Because he got given such a bad hand with us. The more I look at it, I feel embarrassed myself that I went Potter out. Because I just fell for the results. I was like, this ain't good enough. He's got to go. But he had no Reece James, no Chilwell, injury-prone midfielders, and the worst Chelsea attack I've seen in my life. I was doomed to fail. We were at least defensively solid with him. Game management wasn't the best and everything. He was the worst at press conferences. He was better than Poch and he was better than Lampard. Hindsight 2020, I would have just kept him. Here we are.
Oh, man. You know what I mean? Big up everyone inside. Let's get these lights up to 800. Only on 550, man. Great show today, man. Let them know what you got coming up as well. We're redirecting over to Rants and Ghana and Lee Gunner's channel, people.
I think I'm gonna drop a video later, but I ain't gonna be doing no hate alongs because I gotta go out to a mate's birthday. Streams will be back from tomorrow though, so keep a lookout for that. But yeah, big up.
Yeah, man, and congrats again on 50K, my bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
And guys,
on to the next 50.
That's it. And guys, smash up the likes. And yeah, I'm gonna see you over on Lee Gunners. Make sure you hit a Rants raid in the chat and smash a like.